my fellow crafters, welcome back to my channel. My name is David and today I'm going to make a page in my art journal. Now, we've got the prompts going on for the whole year and I'm a little bit behind because life has been crazy. I haven't been live on my own YouTube for a while, I haven't posted videos for a while, but we'll get back in the swing of things hopefully soon. But at the moment it's still a bit hectic. But I wanted to get this one out of the way because, well, it's nearly December. So I need to get the prompts for November done. And the prompt for November was leaves. So let's switch the cameras around so we can actually have a look at what we're doing today, shall we? This is my little journal, the passport size, the art journal, where, come on, there you go, where I've been working in the whole year. I haven't missed a month, so that's good. These will be attached so when it's all finished. But yeah, this is the journal that I've been making this year, and I got as far as October. So I'm gonna be making November, and November will be the prompt leaves. So I was thinking, what am I gonna do? What am I gonna do? And I just thought, okay, leaves. Well, I've got these beautiful leaves that came in the Elizabeth Craft Designs Planner Essentials 55. They've got some beautiful leaves in there. So I took those and cut them out of fun foam. I've got them somewhere. Oh, here they are. I hid them. I've cut them out of fun foam. Fun foam is just this stuff. You put your dye on, run it through, and just run it through once. Despite the fact that it's thick, it really cuts it out. Because if you go back and forth, because this is squishy, it sort of messes it up. So run it through once, and then you can do that. So I've got those. And I'm going to use those as stamps. Well, I'm going to use them with black, and I'm going to use them on this little piece of paper. This is from an old paper pack from Elizabeth Craft Designs from the Art Journal collection. I'm not sure which one it is, to be honest. Wanderlust could be. I don't know, because I've got them all stacked and not the old ones. Don't have them branded. But I just thought, as the journal is quite bulky, this paper is quite a lot thinner. So I'm going to be working on that. So I'm going to stamp on this using my Wow embossing ink. I'm going to fill this up, then I'm going to grunge it up, do some bits and bobs to it. And then I'm going to be using some bits and bobs from my special that came out yesterday. I'm actually recording this before the launch, so in my mind that's, but it came out yesterday by the time you see this video. Oops. Sorry. And I will be using some bits and bobs from that as well. So without any further ado, let's get started, shall we? What I'm going to do with this is I'm just going to ink that up. Oh, before I forget, I've used this stuff. This is Easy Dots repositionable glue dots to attach this to my block. So I'm just going to press that down a bit. So because I can get them off with a bit of alcohol and then they're all cleaned again. So I'm going to ink this up. Well, using my Versamark for that. Never tried this before with Versamark, so I'm curious to see how it will work. And I'm going to use this weathered gold from Seth After. It's really warm but crunchy looking gold. I like that. So I'm going to ink this up really well. And you can use any embossing ink. And I will just place that on there. And there we have it. So I'm just going to fill this up in all sorts of different directions. And I love working with the Wow embossing ink because that stays wet a long time. So that means that I can just continue inking it up where I want it. Put this one there. This one here. Yep, I think that's looking mighty fine. And this one here, and then I think it's enough. So now it has left sort of a watermark thingy, which is also cool, but we're going to take it a step further, as I said. So I've got my little tray here with my coffee filter, And I'm going to dump that embossing powder all over. Just making sure that everything is covered. Yeah, that's good enough for me. I love these embossing powders by Set After. They're really nice and grungy, and yeah. Okay, that's there. Now I'm going to heat this and melt this. I'll do that off camera and then I'll be back. That needs to cool down a bit because I'm going to grunge it up from the sides. I'm going to make it quite dark and moody. So I'm going to use Black Soot ink for that. And I'm just coming in from the sides and dark that up. Darken that edge up. Just like that. Now Black Soot is a softer black in a way, and because it's a dye ink, it's transparent, so you can still see the pattern through. That is going to be the background. And this embossing powder will resist the ink, so that will be nice and bright and gold, popping off that page. Just like that. You see what it does? It really pulls your eye into the center. Now this is going to be folded in half, but still I wanted that grungy dark look at the edges. So now I need to decide how I'm going to fold this. So I'm going to have a look in my booklet, and I can actually do it like this, I think. No, I'll do it like this. Just like that. Okay. So now it's time to fold this in half. So I will just line up these corners, and then this will be a straight line. These are from this is 2014 Journal File 1. And there are several ways you can fold this. You can do it like this, then it will be sticking out. But I don't want that. I want it like this. So I will just fold that in half, do it like this. And then that is where my fold line will be. And then I will just take that same brush that I used a second ago and just ever so slightly make that more visible. You see? Do that from the other side as well. This makes it easier just as a visible line of where not to cross. So then I've got two ATC format cards that I'm going to place right in the center of this. So you can see the gold popping underneath from there, and I really think I love this. I love this. And what I'm going to do is on here, it is just a piece of watercolor card. I'm going to be stamping with these leaves and using VersaFine Clair in Nocturne. So I'm just going to ink this one up. And stamp that onto that Nocturne. And it doesn't have to be perfect at all, because I'm going to chop this up and do some bits and bobs with it. So I'm just going to make a little collage thingy with these leaves. Just let me see. That fits in there nicely. I just love how you can extend the use of your dies by cutting out some kids' foam. You can make a whole sheet of this paper just like that. There. And I'm going to cut out of this. Okay, next I'm going to take this top layer that is in the kit, and I'm going to trim out, going to pick and choose a bit of the areas that I want to have as a matte layer onto the black. So I think it's going to be there. So I'll do that and then I'll be back. These are now cut out and I will attach these to the ATC format cards. I'm going to try, this is the first time using it, the Gina K Designs glue thingy. I've seen this used a lot and I just want to try it. So far I like how it's performing. I got this from scrapbook.com. There's a link in the description box if you want to shop at scrapbook.com. So there we go, that's that. So that's going to be on here, and I like the fact that these leaves are continuing but then in the black and white. So what I'm also going to do is I'm going to do some splatter on here and on here. So I'm going to get my, well, I'm not going to take a splatter box out, that's way too much work. So living on the edge, right? I'm going to risk my whole desk being ruined. So I've got my little splatter brush here. I'm just going to place these on here. Just a few drops of the black soot acrylic paint. Oh, wrong one. Turning it into alcohol ink. That doesn't work, right? Just gonna pick that up and mildly going to tap on there, especially around the outer perimeters, because, well, the inside will be covered. There we go. Just a bit more there. Just splattering on there. Put that in water and then put this to the side. I will quickly clean this off. Okay, while this is gonna dry, I'm gonna cut out this leaf, the big one, this one, from the set, and I'm gonna do something to that. So I've got two little leaves here that are ready to be heat embossed. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my Wow embossing ink and I'm just going to press that on there, making sure this has got a good layer of ink all over it. So that the embossing powder sticks to that well. And I'm going to heat emboss that using the same weathered gold as I did on the page. So these are now nicely melted, but I'm going to take it one step further. I'm going to take Rusty Hinge, which is in the distress range, in the ink formula. I'm going to really load up my brush, and I'm just going to go over and around that on the areas where the embossing powder did not catch, but also that's going to take away some of the white that's showing. So I'm going to do that from the back as well, just to make sure that all the white is no longer showing. You see? And that gives it a bit more color tone. Coming back with that, and I'll do the same to this one. Now this one has a bit more embossing powder on, which is fine with me. So I will just put this one on here, this one on there, and they're going to be on the page here. So I'm going to use my glue gun and I'm just going to glue these together. Next, I'm going to take these two cards and glue them on here. I'm thinking to do them on an angle, but I'm not sure yet. No, I think I'm just going to glue them right in the center. So let's do that before I make up my mind again. So that's there. I like this little thingy. So, and then one more thing I'm going to do. In my ATC set, we've got these little labels. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stamp out this label and maybe one of the critters, one of the thingies, I don't know yet. So let me get the stamps out and the label. And the stamp block might also be helpful. And I will just stamp out this little label. Okay, I've stamped this one out twice, and I'm just gonna do this little beetle thingy. Beetle, what is it? I don't know. I'm gonna stamp him. Okay, so these are now all stamped. So I want to use my, what's this one called? Journal dates and months, and I'm just gonna stamp out November 23 on here. So that fits beautiful in these little labels, so let's do that. Perfect. Now on this one, I'm going to do something else. I just want to fuff around a bit with where I'm going to place this. I think this will be fine there. And this one I might pop under here. Like that, just for decorative element. And then I want to place this little thingy here and that little thingy there. And that should conclude the month of November. So let's glue these down. I'm going to use some liquid glue because there's a lot of layers on there. I want these to be adhered well. Can I actually tuck it under a bit? Let me see if I can sort of, yes I can. And then I'm going to tuck this one under here because I like that effect. It's sticking out a tiny bit at the top, but I don't mind. I love this. Okay, good idea. And then this little guy is flying on there. And then we'll do the same here. Lining it up like that. There we go. And then this little critter is going to go on there. And that's it. This is the page done. So let's put it in the journal, shall we? So this is it. November done. The prompt was leaves, and I love how this one turned out. The crunchiness of the background, bright. Yeah, I love it. It's different. It's, yeah. So one more month to go, and then another year is finished. So wait and see. One of the design team members will post in the group what is the prompt for the month, and then I will look forward to your makes. So it's a busy month with 31 prompts for the hashtag December to Remember challenge, and the December one to finish this one. So, but yeah, I'm not going to skip the last month because you see the journal is nearly full. Love that. Thank you for joining me, guys. Let me go back to the front cam. Thank you for joining me today. I hope you had a blast, and I look forward to seeing you the next time. Thank you. Bye.